What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of In Our Mom's Basement. I am Rage Quit Pat. I am joined by always my sidekick, my partner in crime, Mr. Headshot Dan. What's going on, bro?
Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm doing good. How are you on this Thursday evening?
It's good. You know, work.
Work, yeah, of course. We are now in the month of October. The games are starting to drop now. Before we start talking about the games of October, let's recap a little bit. We've never, on any of our podcasts, always recapped the month before. So let's recap the month before, and let's pick our game of the month, what we think, or maybe we even throw in a disappointment of the month, what we had high expectations for, and it kind of fell flat for us. So let's look back at the month that is September. So Dan, so far, what was your highlight of September so far, would you have to say, out of the games that have dropped in September? We had Destiny 2, we had Cuphead, we had Marvel vs. Capcom. So, I mean, we had a lot of games drop. So what stood out to you?
Cuphead is the best one. Better than Destiny.
Wow, really?
I don't know, Cuphead is just so much fun. I could play this over and over. I don't know. I just had such a fun experience. I played this probably more than Destiny. I mean, it's pretty.
Even is it because we all got it for PlayStation? You were stuck with randoms?
No, I'm not. I'm fine with it. I got other people on Xbox that I play with, but I just enjoyed Cuphead a little bit more.
Cuphead is a hell of a game so far. I did bite into it a little bit yesterday. It does bring back memories to the old school days where your health was only at 3. It was grueling, it was hard, and there was no checkpoints. I like the different styles of gameplay. There's the run and gun, there's the boss battles, and I believe there's one more. There's one more sequence. What was the other? We haven't tried co-op yet. We're definitely gonna do that.
No, it's just run and gun, boss battle, and those little stupid mini parts where you have to jump on the ghosts. But those are the only things inside the game.
Yeah. We look back at the other games that dropped in September as well. We had Destiny 2, of course, which was huge, as well as FIFA also dropped. I know you picked that up. Your favorite game, Pro Evolution Soccer.
No.
NBA, NHL, NBA Live, a couple sports titles dropped as well. Those are the notable titles, and then of course you had some of the other titles. Fallout Game of the Year Edition came out with all the DLC. I mean, last month was good. Last month was definitely a really good month for gaming. Definitely to kick off the holidays. But I'm gonna say probably Destiny 2 is definitely I would say my game of the month, even though I haven't gotten to as high as level as everyone else. But Destiny 2 is definitely my game of the month for September. I loved it. Didn't have high expectations for it after how disappointed I was for Destiny 1, but definitely feels like a Halo game to me, and I can't complain. I love it so far, and I can't wait to continue playing. But Cuphead is definitely a close second. I do put it over NBA 2K18 of a glitch fest of a game that is, but I did love Cuphead. For a $20 game, you can't beat it, and just the way the game is. I love the 1930s setting of the game, and I just love it brings you back to when you were a kid, when you played SNES, Sega Genesis, those style of games.
All right.
How about FIFA? How did you feel about FIFA?
I didn't start on the Hunter story or anything. I just played about maybe like 9-10 hours of the career mode. But that's about it. I haven't started the Hunter story yet, which I haven't got a chance because all these games are coming out, and I'm trying to prioritize.
How do you like the gameplay better? Do you like the gameplay better in this one than last year? Because I know you hated last year's gameplay.
Well, it's definitely better than last year's gameplay. That's for sure. It's a lot more smoother and more interactive with the stuff. I know they dropped a huge patch for FIFA this week. So I mean, I like it a lot better than the last one. That's for sure. Even 2017, it was better than 2016. Was better in 2016 as well. And the last good one was 2015.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a differences. I say Destiny 2, you say Cuphead. those are our game of the months. That's the first time we've ever done that. Kind of like that. So now we move on to the month of October. Before we dive into that, because that's going to be a lot to talk about, let's talk about some games we have played. So let's talk about Cuphead. We brought up Cuphead. Obviously we weren't able to put it on the podcast for September due to it came out on a Friday. So what's your impressions on Cuphead so far?
Cuphead, what's my impression? It's a blast, man. I mean, I played that game for days straight when it came out. I mean, that game is so fucking hard. Like, it is so hard.
Yeah,
I love it.
It is not an easy game at all. It is a grueling game. If kids are looking to play this game, by the sheer look, it does look like a kid's game, but no, it's not.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not a kid's game. I mean, I thought about letting my sister play, but I was like, you know what? There's no way she's gonna be able to even touch this game because you're gonna die so quick. I mean, this game is incredible. I love it. This is me actually playing.
Especially if you're playing co-op too, dude. I don't know if you read, but if you're playing co-op, the enemies they double the enemies to make it a little bit more chaotic on the screen.
Good. Even better.
The game's a lot of fun. I like I said, I love the style of the 1930s. I love the soundtrack. That soundtrack is fantastic.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't get old.
It is a very good soundtrack. I enjoy the soundtrack. The boss battles are grueling, man. Those boss battles are grueling. Like this one. This boss battle, I died, I want to say 20 times before, and I mean, it's just frustrating. You're dying so much.
Did you not watch my walkthrough?
I didn't want to watch the walkthrough. I want to do it on my own.
But a lot of people don't realize all the pink stuff that flies at you, you can grab as power. A lot of people don't realize that, but you can actually smack it and it goes to a power.
I didn't notice that. I didn't know that at all. I just kept trying to dodge it. But this boss battle was really annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. This game is so much fun. Don't worry. And if you think this one is annoying, I'm just late, man. Because some of those other bosses are even more annoying.
Yeah, I'm on the next one I'm on is with the ball that you have to it's bouncing around. You're kind of dodging.
The little slime.
Yeah, the slime. Yeah, I'm on that one next. I gotta do, and like I said, it's a lot of fun. It brings you back to the days where games were like this. This is how games were back then. Games were 3 HP. No checkpoints and just grueling games that were short, granted, but they were made difficult to the point where it wouldn't take you an hour to beat the game. It was, a lot longer.
Yeah, it's incredible. Even when it comes to the graphic wise of it, it looks awesome too. Like, I love how cartoonish it looks. Definitely brings back some memories of the older cartoon style TV shows.
Yeah, again, like we touched on, the 1930s setting is fantastic. The soundtrack is awesome. How do you feel about the soundtrack? I know I brought it up before, but how do you feel about the soundtrack's wonderful. I love the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I can definitely listen to that soundtrack. It doesn't bother me.
I actually have it.
At the end, it keeps me relaxed.
I actually have this. I have the soundtrack right here. I got it at GameStop for picking it up at GameStop digitally. I got the soundtrack.
Oh no, that's awesome. That's pretty cool.
It's fantastic. I will listen to it if I decide to fall asleep, because it is also soothing music. Pretty soothing to help me fall asleep.
I don't know. I've been thinking about playing Cuphead for like ever now. Like, I don't know. I was at work. I was like, I kind of want to play Cuphead.
But we talked about it last month too, that this was on our radar, Cuphead, and we had high expectations. And would you say it definitely exceeded your expectations?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I thought I was gonna buy it. I was gonna play it like maybe 1 or 2 times, and then I'll throw it to the side. But realize I'm really enjoying the gameplay of it. I'm at the end of World 2. I'm about to go to World 3, and there's 4 worlds, so I'm almost done in a way. I mean, after the hours of times dying, then I'll be done. But definitely came out strong, and they did a very good job with that.
They did. I did. It definitely exceeded my expectations. It definitely was fantastic. If you had to kind of rate it, what would you? I mean, I would rate it in the high 9s. I would rate it like a 9.3. I love it.
I would definitely say it's up there. Between probably like 9.5. It's probably one of my favorite games of the year so far.
And for $20, I mean, how unbelievable that gems like this still exist. That's what I love about it. Not every game needs to be $60 and have like a groundbreaking story for it to be a successful, fantastic game. You could definitely find some gems in indie game from indie game developers. I love it.
Yeah, this game definitely hit a good job, and I am proud of this developer. Was MDHR.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking fabulous job.
Yes, they did. Fantastic. As we move on, that's our Cuphead. Dan, you want to talk about Fortnite? I know this is your game, so I'll let you take this one away.
Yeah, they added a new mode. We already know Battle Royale was in there. Now they added so you could play duos, and they added where you can do 5v5. Well, not 5v5s, but 5 team battle royals. So I haven't got a chance to do that yet. I mean, it just came out recently, so I definitely need to check that out because I was watching some gameplay on Mixer, and it looks awesome. It's still they hit a pretty big number. I think they hit over a million, 4 million. I think it was 7 million. There it is, 7 million. I wrote that down before. They hit their 7 million player base, and that's fabulous. It's great. I'm really proud of it. And Fortnite is definitely a really good game that people should check out. And ouch, my ear.
Sorry, that was my fault. I apologize for that.
But yeah, great game. Definitely need to try to do us in the five team.
Fortnite. All right, so now let's move on to a couple beta. The Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta I checked out. I was streaming it a couple days ago, and well, it's safe to say it went from a regular pre-order to a deluxe edition pre-order. I enjoyed the hell out of the game. It definitely feels like the old school Battlefront games. It doesn't feel like the garbage one that came out last year. So far as gameplay wise, again, it felt didn't feel it's still a style shooter, but it definitely felt like the older game. The heroes that they showed off were Boba Fett, Darth Maul on the Separatist side, and then we had on the good side we had Rey and Han Solo. Those two I actually didn't check out. I was mostly playing the Separatists a lot, and I did check out Darth Maul, which I got to practice a little bit more using a Jedi. I got torched. I rushed in and got demolished. But Boba Fett, I ripped it. I wanted a 10 kill streak with Boba Fett. Yeah, I ripped it with Boba Fett. They had a couple game modes. One of the game modes was kind of like an Overwatch style game mode where if you were the Separatist, you had to escort a convoy into the base. And if you were the clones, you had to
It's the one I showed at E3.
defend, basically. Yeah. And then there was another one which was Strike, which is this one. You had to pick up a like a kind of a package and bring it to your base. And then as you were the clones, you had the rebels. You had to hold it back. You had to defend it, basically. And then the other game modes was the space battles, which are really cool as well. Flying is a little tricky. It's not as annoying as Battlefield, in my opinion. I hate flying in Battlefield. It is a little tricky to get the hang of it, but it works. And they also had a co-op game mode as well that we could test out as well, kind of like a horde mode style, too. Dan, when the open beta starts, we can check that out. Definitely, I like what they changed as well with the battle points. Now there's no more of that garbage in the other Battlefront where you would just pick up the random token on the map. And all right, now you're Darth Maul. I didn't like that. Like the worst player could get the character and just rip it. I hated that. Now you actually have to play good to get these heroes. So, for example, 5,000 battle points is for Darth Maul and Boba Fett. There's other battle points for other characters as well that have different special abilities, which are like 2,000 points. There's also to get vehicles as well that are certain battle points that you could do air battles as well, which is cool. So if you're the worst player in the game, you're not going to get a hero. So basically, if you're doing horrible, you're not going to be able to play Darth Maul. You're not going to be able to play Boba Fett, which I like.
So
I've
so basically, if you're an Eddie, you won't be playing heroes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the older games. If you were not good, you're not going to become a hero. Like I said, if you're like in the other Battlefront game, it had that garbage where it was, all right, here's the token, you get the token, all right, now you're Boba Fett. Like that was stupid. I hated that because again, you could have 0 kills, all right, you picked up the token, now you're gonna rip it. Now it's basically you got to do good, then you could get your hero.
That's good.
And the graphics are beautiful, beautiful looking game. Beautiful looking game, and I reserved the deluxe edition, so I definitely am excited for this game. I am an EA Access member as well, so we will be playing the game earlier. I loved it. I play in third-person view too, by the way. I don't know if you play in third-person view, Dan, but I do love the third-person view a lot better than the first-person view.
I'm sure a lot of people play third-person view for peekers advantage. But yeah, this game looks awesome. I can't wait to play tomorrow after Comic-Con. I'll jump on and play a little bit of Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my expectations were very low for this game, as I'm sure a lot of people were. They didn't let you preview the story mode at all, though, in the beta. It was more of the multiplayer stuff. Story mode, they didn't really let you preview. I'm sure they're going to be mostly saving that probably for launch, most likely. But I mean, I loved it. I loved it so far. Again, flying was tricky, but you get the hang of it. But great game. Loved it.
Yeah, it looks like it's only going to be you and I on Xbox.
No, well, I spoke to our little friend. He said that he doesn't even know what system he's getting it on yet, so he could be getting it on Xbox with us. So
we lied in the chat. No, that's cool.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I reserved the deluxe edition. I can't wait. I love the beta, and I'm going to continue playing it. Definitely, it was awesome. I'm definitely sold. And then also they had now there's weapons customization to getting attachments. Then there's 4 classes. There's assault, there's heavy, there's officer, and there's a sniper specialist, which is basically a sniper class. Assault is your typical, I'm sure you know what assault is, blaster rifles. Heavy is going to be, more of the heavy rifles. Officer they're a little bit quicker. And specialist is sniper. And each character, each class you use the most of, unlock more special abilities. Same thing with your heroes. You'll be able to unlock more special abilities as well as you progress in the game.
That's awesome. I can't wait for this game. This game looks incredible. I'll definitely pick this, play the deluxe up. For shizzle my dizzle.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited as well. Now, before we move on to our games of October, I'll do a quick review of Telltale Batman, which I played last night. Definitely one of the weakest episodes out of the entire season so far. They did show off 3 new villains. I will not reveal one of them due to spoiler purposes, but in the trailer they showed Harley Quinn, Bane, and they also did reveal another new villain that's going to be continuing in the season. Mostly this season you play it's mostly Bruce Wayne heavy in this episode. At the beginning you play as Batman in one sequence fighting Bane, but that's pretty much it. It was a heavy Bruce Wayne episode. Basically, you're kind of behind enemy lines. In this one, you're trying to, John Doe, who is AKA the Joker, is putting you basically in their gang. It's a little bit weird seeing Joker the way he is. It seems like Harley Quinn is more of the Joker and John is more of Harley Quinn. Do you know what I mean by that, Dan?
Yeah.
It's really weird to seeing it's like opposite. But again, you're mostly playing Bruce Wayne in this episode. There really wasn't a choice in this episode that I felt impacted that much, except for one part where it's using Gordon over over I forget her name. Jesus, Waller. That was the only choice I felt that was impactful. The final choice that really to me wasn't that impactful this episode. Definitely one of the weakest episodes of the entire season so far. Um, I'm probably going to give it a 6. I didn't like it that much. I mean, it really was a little bit disappointing. I'm definitely going to give it a 6. Weakest episode out of the season so far. Very disappointed.
Oh, all right.
Man, that was tough to give Batman game a low score like that. I'm sorry, Dan.
Well, that's fine. I know you're the Batman fanatic over here.
Yeah, I'm apologizing to you. Now, to the task at hand. We have games of October. We have a lot of games of October. This is also our survival horror month. So really quick before we touch on that, Headshot Dan, when are we going to kick off our survival horror streams? We got to get that kicked off very soon. After this weekend. Yes?
Possibility.
Well, you got Comic-Con this weekend. Are you excited?
Yeah, of course I'm excited. I mean, it looks pretty weak compared to last year, but you know they canceled the Punisher panel. Very disappointed, but I understand.
Yeah, everything that had the Las Vegas incident was understandable. What else? Are you just going for 2 days, or how many days are you going?
I'll go on Friday and Saturday. You know, Friday is going to be mainly focused within the Jarvis Center. Saturday we're going to do a couple panels because now all the panels are off-site, so I might have to spend a day at Madison Square Gardens. So, but
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow, panels all the way over there.
Yeah, that's where they have all the big panels now.
Oh wow! So what panels are gonna be over there?
Well, it's gonna be Agents of Shield. It's gonna be it's gonna be a Punisher. They're gonna fill that with something else. It's gonna be The Walking Dead, and there was something else I can't remember. But I think the only thing that we're gonna see at the actual center maybe is the new Marvel show, Runaway.
Okay.
But I'm really excited. I mean, it doesn't look as good as last year or the year after that. It looks like it's getting a little weak there, but definitely excited.
Yeah, Shot Dan and I are going to touch on it more about when we're going to start our streams because we do have a lot of survival horror games to play, even the old school ones. So Headshot Dan and I are going to discuss that definitely through the weekend as he's looking at comic books.
Yeah,
but anyway,
if he comes over Saturday, we'll discuss it, right?
Tomorrow. We talked about tomorrow.
Oh, it's Friday?
Tomorrow or Saturday, either day. Well, I'll give you a definite answer by tomorrow night.
All right.
But actually, would you like to watch UFC on Saturday? We could do it while we're discussing watching UFC.
Well, where at your house?
If you like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can watch some UFC. It's fine.
All right. So now back to the games. All right. But we didn't get off topic because we're talking about games and that. But anyway, back on the discussions of October. Now, October, besides it being Survival Horror Month for us, we have a lot of games dropping in October. Let's begin with the one that did drop already. Forza Motorsport 7. That one did drop already. Forza, one of the big hit racing games for the Xbox One. I am more of a Horizon fan. But Dan, how would you look graphically and gameplay wise? How would you feel about Forza Motorsport? But I'm more of a Horizon fan.
Well,
I'm more of the
the thing about Forza Horizon Motorsports, dude, the graphics look absolutely amazing. That's one thing they mastered. Even in Horizon, they mastered those graphics perfectly. They're gorgeous. I mean, I don't play Forza Motorsports. I played Horizon, but not Motorsports. But still, hands down, one of the best graphical games, well, racing games, I should say. Definitely out there. Probably even better than most games.
Give me 1 second, Dan. I'm gonna let you continue. I just gotta grab my charger. Wonderful.
Wow. What does he need his chargers for? What does he got to do? Who are you gonna text? Who are you gonna text right now? We're in the middle of something. So I'll just sit here. I'll talk to myself for a little while. See how that goes. So, how was your day? My day was pretty good. Yeah, worked all day. Really exciting. Look at this guy. What's he doing? Where did he leave his charger? Like, where's this guy going for a charger? Is he like going downstairs into another town?
All right, sorry, Daniel.
That's fine. I was talking to myself.
The charger, this battery dies so quick on this thing, so I apologize to that for that. But as far as Forza goes, Forza always looked fantastic to me. Again, I'm more of the Horizon guy because I like this. I love the street racing aspect more and the open world environments of Horizon. Motorsport was more of a track, and I've never really been into track racing all that much. But Motorsport is, I'm sure it's going to be very highly rated as it always is, and Gran Turismo is coming back also, so that's going to give it some competition.
That's Turismo.
What?
No, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Huh?
I said I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, it's coming back in a while. It's coming back to compete, so should be really interesting. That one dropped already. Forza. Let's actually see what the reviews have been for Forza. I know Forza's a tough game to review, but
Gran Turismo Sport. Is that?
Yep.
That's a PlayStation game only. It's PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
And,
I know that's the competition. Forza and
but Forza's Xbox only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gran Turismo, Forza. Do you understand what I mean by the competition?
Yeah, there's no competition.
Yes.
They
Forza's a better
console.
game. Forza's a better game. The Metacritic's actually really good. It's an 87. 87 for the Metascore, which is really good at a 54 critic, so that's really good. But now we move on to a game that we're both, a couple games we're actually getting. Let's go on to Shadow of War, which actually drops really soon. How excited are you for this game, Dan? That's going to occupy a good amount of your time.
This game looks great. I don't know if I'm going to get it on release day, because I just paid my plane ticket, and I also have to buy wrestling. So I think that might be on the next paycheck after. Then I'm definitely probably going to be picking this game up, because this game, number one, was absolutely fabulous. So this game is definitely on a radar, and I'm really looking forward to the multiplayer aspect of the game as well.
I agree with you there. I am definitely getting this game 100%, but I am not going to get it on launch day. I will be picking it up definitely in this month. I will be, because October's stacked, but I will not be picking it up this month. I mean, I will not be picking up at launch, but I am going to be picking it up on when it does come, definitely maybe a week or two after.
Someone just say what?
Huh?
I thought I heard someone talk.
No, I don't know. I don't know who said what.
Oh, you heard that too?
Yeah.
I thought it was just me.
No, I don't know. I'm confused.
I don't know. Let's continue.
Yeah, but I mean, what did you love about the first game? And I know that your enemies carry over into the second game. What was your favorite thing about the first game in Shadow of Mordor?
I really do. I really like the battling, the skill, how the skills work and whatnot. That game was it's pretty cool, and I like how the ladder of your enemies go. You know, you gotta target this guy to learn what this guy is or where he is, and stuff like that. I mean, I thought it was really interesting. You know, I really like the battling in this game a lot. So I know I don't think they're gonna be changing too much on number 2, but I'm definitely one was awesome. I still have yet to finish the whole entire thing. Almost done. I'm almost done.
I have the Game of Year edition.
Yeah,
I paid $5 for it.
Yeah, me too. And once I finish it, jeez, I can't wait till I finish it. I feel so accomplished. That game is so long.
Yeah, very. And you know what it is? I'm not the biggest. I don't know if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. I never really got into Lord of the Rings,
Oh
but
yeah, I love Lord of
this
the
game is
Rings.
awesome. Like I never got into Lord of the Rings movies. Everyone told me like, oh, the battles are awesome. How could you not? But it's like I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. But then I got this game and I love it. It's so much fun. The combat, like you said, is fantastic. I love the style of combat. It's like kind of like Batman Arkham Asylum. Um, the map looks huge.
Yeah, definitely. I still can't wait for that multiplayer. I still want to grasp it and really see. I heard a lot of different things about the multiplayer, and it intrigues me on to see what we're gonna be able to do in it.
Yeah, definitely. Very this game. Like I said, I'm not getting it at launch. I know you said you aren't either, but you and I will definitely be playing it, and you and I will definitely be streaming it. So don't forget to check that out, guys. Headshot Dan and Rage Quit Power will both be streaming. We won't be co-streaming it. That'll be a little bit that'll fry someone's brain, I think, though, right? Wouldn't you
Yeah,
think?
yeah. Unless if we're
Yeah,
doing maybe multiplayer somehow,
yeah,
like then that'll be
that
different. But
yeah, that would be fine. But I don't know if we could do our different stories at the same time. I think someone's brain might get fried.
yeah, I know I wouldn't be able to keep up. I'm like, yo, who the hell did I watch? What is this one doing? I
Yeah.
thought this one was doing that one.
Yeah, exactly. I know, I know. But now we go on to another game that's coming out next week on Friday the 13th. Nonetheless, this game, look, I can't wait for this game, and I love survival horror. Evil Within 2. I played the first one. Great game. Can't. I knew this game was going to be announced at this year's E3. I was very excited. And out of all the days it comes out, Friday the 13th, what a perfect day. I can't wait get to dive back into this game. Dan, how are you excited for Evil Within 2?
No, surprisingly. But I didn't even play number one. I think I played like the first 5 minutes and that was it. I don't know. Maybe it was just I was playing something else and couldn't stick with this game. But I guess I didn't catch interest at the time.
I can't wait. As like I said, as a big survival horror fan that I am, I and how great Resident Evil 7 was earlier this year. It's safe to say survival horror, it's on its way back, and definitely this game definitely looks like it's. I love the new setting. It looks freaky. What the hell is that?
Yeah, the trailer
And what
looks
is that?
awesome.
And what is that? I mean, also psychologically, this game also messes with you too. So, I mean, there were definitely some instances in the first game where psychologically I was like, what the hell is going on? And I mean, the enemies in this game, there's some enemies you could fight. There's some, like that one, I would rather run. I can't wait to dive back in. Especially, how quietly underrated and how good the first game was. I can't wait for part 2. And again, especially coming out, what a perfect day for it to come out, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Definitely looks awesome. Maybe when some games start to slow down during slow season of gaming, maybe I'll pick up number one and play.
Yeah, number 1 was awesome. Now we move on to a little bit on the let's go to the funnier side of things. South Park, the Fractured Butthole, the sequel to the Stick of Truth. Now another RPG game. I love. I don't really watch the show as much anymore, but I did love the game. Now, are you gonna be? Did you play Stick of Truth?
I did. I have it and I love it.
Did you choose Cartman or Kyle when you were choosing in the first game?
Cartman. No.
I went with Kyle. I figured everyone was picking Cartman, so I went with Kyle. But I can't wait for Fractured Butthole. It looks like it's going to be spoofing a lot of the superhero movies. It seems in this one.
So,
But
I mean, real quick, just so you know, if you want your fart to be in a game, they are taking auditions for it.
yeah, we talked about that last month too.
Yeah.
Are you going to audition for it?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how good my fart game is.
What about a burp? Do you know? Oh yeah, they don't do burps.
Just fart.
Yeah, because I'm sure there are going to be plenty of fart power-ups and special abilities as there was in the first game, which was awesome. I mean, the first game was great. Again, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the show as much anymore, but I mean, whoever's playing this is obviously not the greatest. He just walked right through something and died already.
Yeah, he walked out the front door and like burst or something. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah. Are you getting this game at launch?
I think I am. I think it's one game I'm gonna get at launch. This and this and wrestling are definitely launch games for me this month.
Oh, there you go. He's taking a nice dump. Taking a nice little dump. That's new in the game. Look at that. You can take a dump. Did you know that, Dan?
No, you were able to do that number one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I might have taken a dump. I just don't remember. The good thing about this game is, though, too, if you get this one, you actually get the Stick of Truth with it.
Oh, nice.
Because the Stick of Truth is backwards compatible. He's really going. He must have had, like... Do you think he had Taco Bell?
Oh, with gas like that, I can imagine not having Taco Bell.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. You could actually get your little shit balls. Oh, my goodness. Stick of Truth, I can't wait. That one's dropping as well this month. And it got pushed back. It was actually supposed to be earlier this year, but it got pushed back. But, you know, at least it didn't get pushed back as much as Stick of Truth. Stick of Truth got pushed back a lot before that finally came out. So I'm actually happy. This one only actually got pushed back once.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, didn't bother me that I was a little upset that I had to wait a little bit longer, but you know, it's fine. I'm still excited for the game.
Yep. Stick of Truth now. Let's move on to, you know, the game that you and I have been talking about. And we're actually going to do a special next week. We'll talk about that later. WWE 2K18. Now, is it safe to say for you, or maybe it's just me, that this is in a while, your most highly anticipated wrestling game? Would you say?
Compared to the last one?
Compared for like, as far as like next gen. So next gen was 2K15, 2K16, 2K17.
I don't think I was a big fan of this generation of wrestling, to be honest. I mean, there were.
Well, I meant like before it came out. Like, how were you like highly anticipated, or has this one been like your more highly anticipated game?
That's a tough one, because I was really psyched about the last one. That was a letdown, but this one, since they said they changed up a lot of stuff, grapple system and everything, I've been really excited seeing all the new video content daily for it. It looks really good. This is one game I'm going to be streaming a lot, because this is definitely one of the wrestling games that's definitely on my radar more than the other ones.
I mean, as we talked about too, graphically, it looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, even the entrances when they walk down, oh man. That looks good.
Yeah, gameplay looks really good. Now, for the first time ever, you can actually have, as you see, they're having an 8-man Money in the Bank ladder match. So for the first time, you could find it. You know, we've been asking for this for I don't know how long in wrestling games. We were asking for 4-on-4 tag matches, 8-man matches. It's finally here. It took till 2017 to finally get all the wrestling games that have came out. It took them finally this long to make 4-on-4 and 8-man battle royal matches finally, and 8-man ladder matches. So
yeah, you know what looks weird is when they try to grab the belt, like that kind of looks a little bit confusing on how you have to try to get the ball in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's something we might have to get used to on that. But it looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah, and the other thing I didn't like, which they added in 2K17, which I'm sure is going to be in this one, where look, you can only set the ladder in the spot where you're going to grab the belt, or you could put it on the turnbuckle. Where in the other games, you could set the ladder anywhere, and you could jump off the ladder onto someone through a table, other things like that. But career mode also looks pretty promising too, as we talked about on the last podcast. We brought it up about. There's going to be roaming backstage, and there's two different choices. You could be, you could be more towards the GM, or you could be more of the fan favorite. And I know you and I talked about us putting up videos of us
right
doing
here.
the different choices.
This looks really weird.
What does?
This how he's trying to grab the belt.
Oh yeah, and you got to move. Yeah, that's how they had it in the. That's how it's always been for a while, and then the more you do it, the faster, or if like someone hits you, knocks it completely out the way. So I never liked that system either. They're trying to. The submission system I wasn't a big fan of either. I don't know if you like the submission system, where you're the red bar and the blue bar, and you got to kind of get away or hold it on there. I never was the biggest fan of the submission system. I didn't like it at all. How did you feel about the submission system?
Well, when I was in submission, I would always lose because I fucking hated it. But when I don't do submission, I'm just gonna knock you out and pin you. But I didn't like the submission system and the grapple system the most out of that whole entire game.
I know that, yeah, and there is 200 and, oh my goodness, I think 204, 206 superstars in this game. Like, that is mind-boggling. How many, like,
ever.
Yeah, and it's every year it seems to be doing that. So, like, geez, look back at the old games and you see that roster. We've come a long way for wrestling games. They fit over 200 wrestlers into a game. And that's not even including, like, the DLC ones that are yet to come out, like Matt Hardy, Aleister Black, other ones. How do you feel about the roster? Like, Dan, you look at the roster, how do you feel about the roster?
I think it's a great roster. It's huge. It's something what people wanted, and they wanted all the superstars they could possibly fit. I mean, I guarantee you a lot of them aren't going to be used. I mean, a lot of them are garbage. But it's a good job on them because.
Can you take a guess who's the highest rated superstar in the game?
Probably Brock Lesnar.
No. Take another one.
Undertaker.
Nope.
Who?
No. I'll give you a hint. He does the Superman punch.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is the highest rated in 2K18.
I don't believe it.
It's fitting though. Go look. Go look at the ratings. He's the highest. It's fitting.
And I think, awesome. I guess.
Are you getting the deluxe?
I am, so we can get it early.
I actually just switched my pre-order to the deluxe. I was getting the regular. I switched it to the deluxe. I mean, I can't wait for this game. I would say it's definitely one of my highly anticipated wrestling games. I'm really hoping it's not a disappointment. I like the roster. I like everything about it. But save that for next week. So I mean, let's make the announcement. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing going forward on YouTube. So we have a lot of things going on. Dan and I are both going to be participating in the My Career mode. So Dan or I, one of us is either going to choose to be a good guy or a bad guy, whoever we decide, and Dan's going to upload his video of him either being a good guy or bad guy in his career mode. I'm going to be doing the same thing. Also, what we're excited to announce is that we're going to be doing our own universe modes as well. So we're going to be basically doing a segment, whose show has been better. We haven't come up with a title yet, but I'm sure we will. We're going to be doing a special stream next week. You want to say Wednesday, right, Daniel?
Yeah, Wednesday sounds about right.
About Wednesday, we're doing a special stream. We're going to be doing a universe draft, where Dan and I are going to be drafted. Wow, did you see Seth Rollins just put Ambrose through that ladder?
Yeah.
My goodness, can't wait to do that to you.
Yeah, okay. I want to do it to the viewers.
So we're gonna be drafting our rosters, and we're gonna be uploading our matches and our pay-per-views, etc., for 1 year long. We're gonna be, hopefully the game's good enough though. I don't want to say we're gonna be doing it for a year, because what if the game sucks?
Yeah, no, that would not be good.
Yeah, that would not be good. But check. We'll have more info. We'll be posting it on Twitter when we're going to be having it, but most likely Wednesday around 8 o'clock. So definitely excited for that. Yeah, definitely excited for that. I can't wait. I hope you're ready, because I'm ready.
I'm ready. I already have a general idea who I want. I'm ready.
I kind of too. Oh, there goes Samoa Joe. Just got power bombed.
Yeah, I think a little late.
Yeah, a little bit. Also, we're gonna be doing a stream as well against our viewers. So if you are getting WWE 2K18, check us out when we go live because we'll be playing against our viewers. Now that we can have 8-man, I mean, do you think this game will be good online at launch, Dan? Or do you think this game will be typical, having its online issues as it always has?
I think it'll be pretty much trash online for the first week or so. Probably the first couple of weeks, I probably won't even run stable. So, I don't know. We probably won't even jump online with viewers until after a little bit of the career.
The first patch?
Yeah, for real.
Maybe the first patch will fix this up. Yeah, we'll be doing Hell in the Cell matches, Money in the Bank, Steel Cage. I mean, we do all sorts of variant matches, pretty much. Royal Rumble. We don't do singles matches. We've barely ever done singles matches. We always do like the special matches, definitely. 100%. And I think Samoa Joe just won the belt. Yep. He's the winner, Dan.
He is. Kurt Angle. Look at that. Got that 5.
Now we go into the two game coming day, which is agitating. But let's go to the one that, well, the system is finally getting a very highly anticipated exclusive. Mario Odyssey. Mr. Daniel, how excited are you finally that we get our hands on a Mario game for our Nintendo Switch?
I don't even know if I'm getting it yet.
Why?
It's still in the debate phase.
I am already have it pre-ordered and I am ready and I can't wait to get it. I am so excited for this game.
I'm not sure too yet. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it.
So I'm going to be discussing this alone.
I'll be here in spirit.
In spirit? I mean, well, I'm excited. I mean, I love Mario. We finally getting a really good exclusive. I know everyone. I picked up. Mario Kart was great, as well as the Rabbids game. I know everyone was excited for that one too. But it looks like he's got a little on corn on the cob here, which is pretty cool. Looks like there's new power-ups, which I'm really excited for Mario to get. And I'm really looking forward to this game. I love the different worlds. There's the city world and all the other worlds that are in this game. I can't wait for it to see the new power-ups. I love the little linear open world that this game has. And I can't wait to put some time into it. I'm definitely going to be taking my Switch more in the go for this game when it comes out.
You're bringing it to work?
Huh?
You're going to bring it to work?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this game, Mario Kart I did bring in the go here and there. But this is definitely a game I'm going to bring on the go more because this game definitely is going to have some longevity to it. It does, typically Mario games like this are pretty long compared to the 2D ones. This one is, I know there's going to be some 2D sequences in it too, but these games are a lot longer due to the collectibles and the other things you have to do. And, again, I'm really excited for it. I'm happy that we're finally getting some, the Switch is coming around now. There's more games that are coming out. Splatoon 2 came out. The Mario and Rabbids game, Mario Kart, and now we're getting Mario Odyssey. So, there is some heavy exclusives finally coming out for the Switch, which it needs. I think the console is in need for a big exclusive. And I think this is going to start I know they're already selling off the shelves as it is, but I think this one is going to start finally putting the Switch off the shelves is Super Mario Odyssey. And I'm looking forward to next year, what they're going to be bringing into for next year. If they're bringing Mario this year, I'm looking forward to what's in store for next year.
For Mario Party game.
Or Animal Crossing, please.
Or Animal Crossing, yeah. I want a Mario Party, Animal Crossing. I'll take any of those. A Super Smash.
Yeah, 100%. Another game for the coming out in October is Assassin's Creed. After taking a year off, Assassin's Creed back with Assassin's Creed Origins. Set taking place in Egypt. Dan, I know you've only mentioned a couple games. Is this one? Are you getting this one?
I'm thinking about it. It looks really good. I mean, I haven't played the other ones, so as long as I don't need any story to follow up on,
No, you
It looks
don't.
like it's its own story, so it definitely looks awesome. It's something that I could definitely pick up. Probably not exactly on launch day. I think what is this? End of October.
October 27th.
Yeah, so probably won't pick it up on launch day, but
Oh, look at that! I could ride a camel. I love riding camels.
yeah, because you do that daily, huh?
Yeah, I mean again, Assassin's Creed after 3, you could pretty much pick up any single one of them and just pick it up and play. It doesn't have any continuation with story or anything like that. You could continue on from, excuse me, Black Flag through Syndicate, and I forget the other garbage one that came out before Syndicate that was terrible. You could pick up that one and play, but yeah, there's really no connection to stories anymore.
Like
It's
Unity.
pretty much pick it up and play. Yeah, Unity. I'm sorry, that one was terrible. They're pretty much pick them up and play now, and I'm actually happy Assassin's Creed did take a year off because it was getting stale. I mean, they were coming out every year. They had a lot of technical problems, and I think it affected sales because even though Syndicate was a really good game, I love Syndicate, it didn't sell that well. And I think it was very smart for Ubisoft to take the year off and push the game out this year. But I know a lot of people are a little bit skeptical about the whole Egypt setting. I mean, I'm not. It looks fantastic. I can't wait, but I know some people are a little skeptical on it. Are you skeptical a little bit with the setting?
No, not really. I mean, it looks like the way they played it, it looks pretty good. The way they have it all set up, trailers, whatnot, story. So I mean, I'm not very skeptical about it at all.
I I love the setting. It looks beautiful, beautiful game. And are you going to be getting this? If you do get it, you're going to get it on the X
Oh, yeah, of course.
because it is going to be the X. They're going to up it for the X.
Yeah, I mean, it don't matter. Once they get the console, the games are gonna be juiced up, so you don't have to buy a new copy or anything. So
Yeah,
it works.
yeah, that's good. Assassin's Creed Origins, October 27th. I'm looking forward to it. Now we go to one of the final games of October. One of the big releases. I know you were excited for this because you watched the trailer at E3 is Wolfenstein, the new Colossus. So you were pretty amped up about it. How do you feel about it?
Wolfenstein, I mean, great game. Number one was great. This one looks good. It looks a little bit different, but I mean, it's still. I think it'll probably be better than the first one. The way it's looking right now. I mean, if it is, that's great. I mean, if it's not, I'm not gonna be disappointed because usually nothing really beats the first one. So this game does look absolutely incredible, and this is one game I'll probably pick up at launch.
It's a continuation, correct, after the first one?
Yeah, it's a continuation.
I mean, I played a little bit of it, of the first one. I played a couple of it. I mean, it's hilarious. It's a gory game also. Can't beat that.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it. I mean, the more gory, the better, right?
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people were expecting them to come out with another Elder Scrolls game. But, this was actually a surprise for people. Not many expected another Wolfenstein. Were you a little bit of a shock when they announced it at E3?
No, I mean, a lot of people kind of probably expected them in a way. I mean, it's been a while since the last one, so, I mean, it had to be done sooner or later. But, I'm glad it's happening now rather than later, because, I'm excited for this. This game looks beautiful.
This is like one of the October games I'm actually not picking up. I'm picking up most of the ones we talked about at WWE, Evil Within 2, Shadow of War. I said WWE already, right?
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, Mario Odyssey. This is one of the only ones that we've talked about so far that I'm actually not picking up, which is pretty surprising, but... Excuse me. Oh, God. As you can see why I'm not picking it up, I'm yawning. I don't know, as much as I do love shooters, I couldn't get into it, but definitely you're saying you're going to get it at launch?
Yeah, probably most definitely, yeah.
Will Headshot Dan be streaming it for the audience?
Yeah, I'll see why not. If everyone wants a little bit of Wolfenstein, they'll get it.
Yeah. I mean, graphically it looks good. I mean, graphics look awesome. I mean, as any of the newer games that are starting to pump out, especially going to be in the X and the PS4 Pro, graphically everything's starting to look fantastic.
Oh yeah, it is. Got the juice.
Yeah. Man, that game, it looks, it's a beautiful looking game. No doubt about it. That's the games of October. Ran down a lot of good games. A lot of games we're excited about. A lot of games are going to be picking up. And I mean, going forward, Dan, I mean, how do you feel about this month so far of October? All the games are starting to pump out. How do you feel about it?
The game list is strong. You know, most of the time, you and I already have the games picked up that we're going to be playing, which is the majority will be wrestling. Of course, Destiny will be in there. Cuphead will be in there. I know you're picking up a couple other games as well. You're picking up Evil Within. We're picking up South Park. I mean, we got a pretty stacked month. You know, I think I'm about to pick up Stardew Valley again for the Switch, which came out today.
Yeah. Oh, it did?
Yeah, it came out today.
Oh my God, how much?
I'm not sure how much it is, but
Oh my God, I didn't even know it came out today. Holy crap!
yeah, this is a pretty stacked month. So
Now I see might bring my Switch on the go now more.
yeah.
Stardew Valley just came out. Wow, holy crap!
So you know, it's a really good month. You know, this month and next month are these are the prime months of the year right now for games for sure.
This is the bigger month though. You look at next month, which we'll talk about as it gets closer. Next month is a little light. It's just the Call of Duty and the LA Noire remaster coming out and the Star Wars. Yeah, next month is a little light, but this month is definitely the banger, which is usually weird because normally October's kind of like the appetizer, and then November is when everything comes out. But this year it was kind of September was the appetizer, and then boom, everything kind of hits in October. So it's definitely an exciting year.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this month.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this month. You know, but I'm really excited. Let's do it. Let's game some more.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to talk about anything else? You want to talk about our YouTube content that's pumping out soon?
Well, they all know that we're going to be doing some WWE content starting next week with our Universe Drafts, which will be Wednesday, roughly around 8 p.m. Eastern. You know, we are still pumping out some YouTube content. Like this week, I released a lot of Cuphead walkthroughs for World 1 and World 2. We also threw out there our Bridge Constructor. Why the hell are we playing?
Yeah, there's going to be now. We got to figure out the next game. Why the hell are we playing? It's your turn now.
Yeah, episode 2 of Hitman Absolution drops this week as well. So I mean, we still got some stuff going down. I know I want to. I know Rage Quit probably wants to do some more Rainbow Six content because that would always be nice and fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we got some things in the work. You know, we meet up every week now just to pump out some content. So we do got some stuff coming. You know, our October themed scary games. You know,
Yeah, we're gonna be
starting.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking that. We're talking about that over the weekend on when we're gonna be. Evil Within 2 is definitely gonna be one of them. I'm gonna be streaming that, but also look for us to check out streaming some old school games as well. Definitely looking forward to that. To playing some old Resident Evil, Dino Crisis, maybe some Fear Effect. Bring it back to PS1 days.
Fear Effect
Yeah.
is a great game. We got Friday 13th that we're gonna be playing.
Yeah, I forgot to. Yeah, if you want to announce that.
Right now it looks like Friday 13th. I'm gonna be doing a Friday 13th stream. Rage Quit, Pat, myself, and other couple of buddies are gonna be doing some streams. Well, we're gonna be streaming and we're gonna be killing them. So we're gonna do that on Friday. I don't think do you have a time for that?
9:30 Eastern time.
Late, but it's a Friday, so it's good.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, they have 9:30 Eastern time on Friday 13th. We're gonna be doing some Friday 13th streams on Mixer / in our mom's basement.
basically, what's going to be the rundown? It's all of our friends. So we're gonna see, how friendly are we really? Are we gonna rat each other out? Are we actually gonna help each other and escape? Like, it's kind of like it's a good
I'll
test.
probably around a couple people, depending.
It's a good test, but also what we're gonna have is everyone's gonna have a chance to play Jason. So basically, what I'm gonna do is on the stream, I'm gonna have everyone's name in a hat. Pick their names out the hat. That's who starts out as Jason. Next round, same thing. Pick their names out the hat. That's the person that's gonna be Jason. Oh, what happened? The cat?
The cat.
Oh, there they are. There we go. The cat will be on stream as well next week. Checking it out, but that's basically what's going to be. We're going to pick the names out the hat. Who's going to play Jason each round? So definitely looking forward to that. Check that out next Friday, 9:30 Eastern time. Hopefully everyone shows up. I know a couple people will definitely show up, so hopefully these other scrubs show up.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a lot of fun. But we're all not going to be streaming. It's just going to be Rage Quit and I streaming, co-streaming. So you guys can check this out. It'll be co-streamed on Mom's Basement channel, of course. But I think that's pretty much covers what we got going on in October right now.
Yeah, that's that we're looking like a busy month, and it took us a while to get this busy, but I'm very excited to be this busy.
Yes, me too.
All right, thank you guys for joining us in another edition of In Our Mom's Basement podcast. I am Rage Quit Pat.
I am John Dan.
All right, guys. Catch us out next week on Wednesday for a special WWE. Check us out next Thursday for our weekly podcast. And then, of course, check us out Friday for the stream, Friday the 13th stream. Take care, guys.
Yeah.